It's Hot 937, hard for simple one for hip-hop and R&B. We are on for Kid Fresh right now. He'll be in just a few minutes, but French Montana is here. Craig G's still on the turntables. We're just celebrating that our family is here back in town.
Man, Jenny, just real quick, listening to French and Chinx on records together.
Yes.
Just the good times and the 860, the 203. Man, good times.
Hell yeah, man. Forever Chinx, man. Those times in the studio, like a lot of people don't even know. Like I got a lot of records from Chinx. Like I remember Chinx just walking in and playing me Pop That the beat, and I'm like, yo, I need that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like there's a lot of moments. Even this record right here, he came and he played it for me. He was like, yo, one of the band members made this beat.
Wow.
I listened to it. I said, oh my God, put it in there.
Well, I refer to this a lot because we talk about Chinx a lot on the radio, because we love him to death, and it was just so senseless when he was murdered. But leading up before that happened, I'll never forget. I mean, we'd see him all the time, right? And you do shows with him all the time. But he called me about maybe a week before it happened and said, I have an album coming.
Yeah.
And he was talking to me. He's like, Jen, this is everything I worked so hard for. I'm so ready for this. Like, he was so excited for this new music to come out. And I'm like, okay. And of course, I'm just like, okay, yeah. Well, as soon as the music comes out, we'll get you on the radio, and just being, and then, he passed away. And it was, and it just, every time I hear anything from him, because he's like, he's in my playlist or whatever, and in the car, like, my heart sinks for him.
Likewise.
Yeah.
I've been going through it too since he passed. I mean, the music he was making, he was ahead of his time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Even like when me and him was working, we did the whole Coke Boy series, and he was just, just locked in for his album. And I was like, man, he's about to just go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But look what happened to him. Look what happened to Pop. And they snatched Max B up for like 75 years. So it was me, him, and Max B. Me, Chinx, and Max B. They grabbed Max B 75 years, and Chinx died. So it was just like, I was just caught like, damn. Like, this is the price that come with rap. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's like, I mean, since then, it's just been like, every time I hear the music, I be feeling just like how you be feeling. Yeah. But we're going to celebrate him tonight.
As we should.
Yeah, Toyota Oakdale. Make sure y'all meet us over there. Shout out to Big Mike, man. I was telling you when I came in earlier, man, it's like Jenny on the ones and twos, and Big Mike is the one doing the.
Hold on, Jenny's never on the ones and twos.
I'm always on the ones and twos. I'm a secret DJ out in this bitch.
She's never on the ones and twos.
No, but we hosted a lot. Yeah, we did a lot of parties together over the years.
Yeah, of course.
It was Craig DJing. We'll give him that credit. And I was hosting it. Yeah, and we would be anywhere out here doing parties. Like when French was coming up, we would be doing parties, and there would not be a lot of people there because people were just learning, who you were, and we would have the best time. Like it was so much fun. Best time. Doing these parties together. It was really a lot of fun.
Best time. I remember the first show we did, Club Blue.
Oh yes. Classic
movie.
Yeah,
classic.
Yeah, Hartford. That was it. Rest in peace, Maserati Fox.
Oh yes, yeah.
It was me, him, and Max B. That was actually the first show I ever performed at.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Ever?
Yeah. That was
wow. Okay.
So the first show I ever performed at was I think it was Club Blue, me, Max B, and Maserati Fox. Crazy.
Yeah.
Remember, that's what I'm saying. Like, how can I go anywhere and do a tour without making CT the first night?
I love that. I remember too, and I was saying this earlier to them, that anytime you'd come to town and you'd come and, park at the radio station, you'd have 20 cars with you.
Yeah.
Because all these people, you'd have such big fans from this area that just want to be a part of the movement. They believed in you, French and the Coke Boys, and they would follow you anywhere that you would go. It's almost like you're kind of like, I hate to say it like this, like a cult leader. Like you're kind of like you're not so much of a cult leader anymore. I only see like 3 people with you right now, unless they're all waiting outside. But you right away, the fans, they just gravitated towards you and wanted to be a part of this movement. And I think a lot of it had to do with the fact that you were relatable and you were talking about things that people were actually going through. Like you were never putting on some sort of facade about, I'm this and that. You really always talked about who you were, where you came from, and the struggle that you went through in order to become successful.
Yeah. I think the entourage got triple the size. The car's not here because they're at the venue. Instead of 20, it's like 100 now.
Yeah, right. Okay.
So it's too much. But honestly, it just, I remember when I was coming up and I asked Jadakiss to give me a verse. he gave me my first verse ever, and I remember that feeling of somebody looking out for somebody like me.
Yeah.
So I be helping out whoever I seen that already got potential going for themselves, and whoever I see that's gonna be, something in the future, or just a hustle. Just have a hustle. You don't even have to have no talent. You know what I'm saying? Just hustle.
Right.
And I just grabbed them up, and I just like, I help them out with this, this and that, and they always come back to me. You know what I'm saying? They always come back. We're like over a decade of doing this. You know what I'm saying? With nothing but blessings.
Right.
And that's what it is. Whenever I come to CT, I always, whoever need a feature, if they got a record moving or whatever it is. New Haven, you know what I'm saying? Shout to Pat, shout to Big, shout to everybody out there.
Mm-hmm.
Shout to the family, you know what I'm saying? Shout to everybody in Hartford. And it was just like the first rush and exciting and success I got when I was here. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Because I know you had the Come Up DVD?
Cocaine City DVD.
Cocaine City DVD. Okay, I'm sorry. Cocaine City DVDs. And you were serious about that. You had artists on there, you had interviews on there, you were and you were shopping them and people were buying them. Like you were making your money off of that, and eventually you became an artist.
Yeah.
And then I think that, and correct me if I'm wrong, because this is all old stuff, but let's just revisit it, right? So you're out in New York and now you're trying to move around New York, and from what my view of what happened was, you were not being embraced the way that you thought you might be embraced in your own city.
Yeah, but New York never embraced nobody.
Okay.
New York is like, you gotta go get love somewhere else. So New York is like a chick. It's like, she don't like you unless other bad joints like you. It's just like, so it's like Nicki Minaj. She wasn't embraced in New York. She had to go down south with Gucci and Deb and them, and
Right.
And it's just like it's a lot of artists. So basically, we did the same thing. We just took the blueprint, and it's just like, what's the last artist got broke? And if they do get break in New York, it's like a curse. They break you in New York, you don't make it nowhere else. You go break somewhere else, you make it back in New York and make it somewhere else.
Right. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, it's a formula.
So you said we're going to CT.
But you always go where you celebrate it, not where you tolerate it at. So I went where I was celebrated, and I came to CT, and from CT, it just worked the way it's, around the globe.
Love it.
That's why I look at CT as my first home. That's why we started here on the first day of tour.
Love it. Love it.
You know what I mean?
So who are you signed with at this point? Are you still with Bad Boy?
No.
Okay. I didn't know.
I'm not signed. You know what? I kind of learned the game. And after I learned the game, when I first came in, with Ross, and Ross introduced me to the whole Bad Boy thing, and we did like a kind of label thing. Then I was at Epic, then it was just like, I went from like Interscope, then it was just so many labels that by the time I learned the game, I was just like, I'm gonna go independent.
Okay, so you're independent.
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't sure.
Yeah, like 100% independent. So instead of me getting a check every time I drop an album, now we're just trying to get, trying to learn the game and trying to leave something. If like right now, if anything was to happen to the artist that's signed to a label, all the money go to the label.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So if you're independent and you're making your check every month, something happened to you, your streams go up. Now all that money go to your family. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's good. That's a better alternative.
Yes, it's better. I mean, it's owning. But a lot of artists is not in a position to do that when they come into the game, because artists need money.
Right.
So when the artist signs, they put in your head that, I made it. I'm about to be a millionaire. How you gonna be a millionaire unless the label give you $1 million? Right,
and the money's actually going towards things like making a video and things like that.
They make sure you never recoup.
Wow.
They make sure you never recoup. You know what I'm saying? I mean, to each his own. Some people that learn the game still take advances from labels.
Right.
You know what I mean? Me is like, I was just like, when I got in, I was like, I'm gonna just stack my money until I stack it enough. Then I'm not gonna need the money from the labels. So I was just like,
How much money do you have at this point, French? Like, what is your worth?
No comment.
Okay. Well, I mean, I love this no comment thing, but I could probably pretty much Google over there and look at Forbes right now. So.
Google is cap.
Okay. All right.
You don't know what any artist got.
Okay. Well, I want to say I'm going to just throw a number out there: $35 million in the bank.
That's what Google says. Cap.
Okay. All right.
I ain't got nothing.
Have you been in touch with Diddy at all?
No comment.
Really? No comment at all?
No comment.
He executive produced your documentary?
No comment.
I mean, he hasn't reached out at all to say, like, hey, French, like, all this is going on in my life, and...
The voice of CT.
I mean, I'm just wondering here.
Toyota Theater tonight, French Montana.
Good rebound.
Fabulous, Fabio, D-Thang in the building. We're going to perform all the mixtape hit records, Mac and Cheese 3, Casino Life, Jungle Rules, Excuse My French, Fab coming to do summer shootouts, soul tapes. It's going to be one of them nights you never want to miss. CT, meet me there tonight. It's going down. It's going to be the biggest night of the year.
I know you got people here to braid your hair, which is, that's so bougie. But anyway, I'll just ask 2 more questions then about that. So Cassie, have you been in touch with Cassie at all?
Toyota Theater tonight. It's going down. Don't miss it.
Okay. All right. Do you think Ice Cube put out something, was in an interview, and he said he feels like he's being set up? Diddy. What are your thoughts on that?
Toyota.
Okay. All right.
Tonight.
Okay. All right.
Montana, Fab, Fabio.
Okay. All right.
Meet me there.
So you had Buju Banton on your last mac and cheese, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Vibes Cartel is out. Make Craig happy. Are you going to be working with Vibes Cartel at all?
Hell yeah.
Good. Yeah. That's good to know.
I told Laura Trump to get him out, of course.
Yeah. I know. You know what? He actually did us all a favor. Thank you so much, French, for hanging out with Laura Trump. Yes.
French, I just want the lowest price on oxtails. You got vibes out. I'll take that too.
Yeah, for real.
Well, I appreciate you coming through today,
Yes,
French.
yes.
Jenny,
I appreciate it, and I'm happy for your success.
Thank you for having me.
I wish you more success. Good luck on this tour.
Thank you.
I think it's a lot, right? The tour.
Yeah.
How much practice do you have to put in for this thing?
I mean, man, a lot of rehearsals and a lot of pieces that go into the puzzle,
So you're all okay, we have to rehearse and figure out who's coming out when, and
we're so used to doing festivals and just doing club gigs. It's so easy to go grab the bag. But when you're trying to put a show on for your fans and you want to make sure they get their money's worth and come there and really hear their favorite records and this and that, so it's like you really got to put your time into it.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you need a backup dancer with a shapely woman like myself to come up on stage?
I can't wait. Come braid my hair on stage.
Yeah, I got it. I mean, I don't know how to do that, but I'll try my best.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But not for sure though. I mean, it's just working with a band and rehearsing and just like me and Fab getting everybody there. It's a moment.
Okay.
It's a moment.
Well, good luck to you. Congratulations.
No, thank you.
Okay. And thanks for coming through.
Man, thank you for having me.
All right, Kid Fresh is up next. It's Hot 937.